Ready, Doctor? We have Paige, a macaw with a crusty, misshapen beak. There's also the Siamese Sherlock with shallow breathing. He also hasn't been eating much. Next, let me see.
I think Lucille's stressed. I can see her nose quivering.
Next, we have 2 rabbits. Allegra, she has sores on her hind legs, which can't be pleasant. And Peter, no, I didn't name him, can't stand on his hind legs. Plus
the German Shepherd, Brock, has some scabbing and discoloration on his nose. And don't forget our last case, Lucille, who seems about ready to blow.
with good reason. We have 5 cases to treat, so let's get started.
See, just like I told you. And here's the vitals. Could you explain that reading to me? I'm with you on that. This is really bad news. That's some good news. Ouch, that looks painful. That's a good sign, right? Very necessary. I sure want our animals to feel better, so which meds should I give? This'll get you back on track. All clean and ready to go. Nope, and that's pretty weird. It appears that way. I haven't tried picking him up or petting him because I noticed that he couldn't even stand. He was like that when he first came here. Apparently, Peter put up a fierce struggle when a man apprehended him in a community garden.
Unfortunately, the man who caught Peter didn't know much about rabbits. Rabbits have very delicate bones and they're easily broken. Since Peter was held improperly, he kicked about violently. This led to stress on the lower spine, which caused the fractured vertebrae. If you hadn't acted when you did, Peter might have been permanently paralyzed. The painkiller you gave Peter will lessen his suffering, and the steroid injection will allow him to have normal bowel movements again. You have chosen the correct diagnosis for this patient. Quite insightful. You had all the right questions. Your treatment of this case was wonderful, and I'm sure your patient appreciates it.
Doctor, we need to act fast. This dog is weak and appears to be in extreme pain. Nothing we can't handle together, right, Doctor? That doesn't look good. Another bad sign. Not good. I've recorded those vitals, Doctor. That doesn't look good. We are getting closer to the cause of the problem. I can feel it. Have you figured it all out yet? Fluids administered. Definitely not a positive sign. Should I be concerned about this reading? You're absolutely right. That looks pretty bad. I'm ready to give the right medication. Which one is it? You seem to get what's going on here. Could that be the cause of the problem? Maybe you should do this differently. All clear. The patient has been prepped for surgery. That's much better now, isn't it? She's been trying to, but been rather unsuccessful at it. In general, she's weak. She isn't favoring any of her legs, but she has trouble standing and has a hunched-over appearance. As soon as she came in, she won't eat but will drink water.
Faith was suffering from a condition called bloat, which often affects larger breed dogs. Air becomes trapped in the stomach and causes it to bloat and stop blood flow. The stomach can also twist and require immediate surgery. If you hadn't acted quickly, the restricted blood flow could have led to serious complications. Thankfully, Faith's condition was corrected by your decompression. Without the air in her stomach, she should feel much better, but will need supervision until she has time to recover. Your diagnosis is spot on. You didn't ask one wrong question. I'm not surprised. I'm very impressed by your treatment. I couldn't have done better myself.
That doesn't look good. Definitely not a positive sign. That probably feels worse than it looks. We are getting closer to the cause of the problem. I can feel it. Is that reading significant, doctor? It's a pleasure working for someone who knows what they're doing. That makes sense given the symptoms. This will take care of those little parasites. This will help you feel better. I'm on it, doctor. I've never made a mistake with medications. Just tell me which ones to administer, and I'll do it. You did well, doctor. I could tell. No, the other birds are fine. She's been separated from others the entire time, even before entering the shelter. No, it isn't. I've noticed she has diarrhea and sometimes has whole seeds in her droppings. She eats as much as any other bird.
Paige has a Knemidocoptes mite infestation, which manifested itself in her crusty skin and crusty, misshapen beak. If the infestation had continued, Paige's beak would become deformed and she would have difficulty eating food. It's fortunate that she wasn't in close contact with other birds, because the mites can be spread quite easily from bird to bird. The medications you gave Paige will eradicate the mites and soon she'll look her best again. I can't fault your diagnosis. Good job! I'm pleased. You knew to ask all the right questions. Your treatment of this case was wonderful, and I'm sure your patient appreciates it.
He doesn't look too good. That's not a good sign. What's that reading telling you, Doc? Show off. Just kidding. That sounds like bad news. I've got a pulse. So does this patient. What does that tell you? Another clue! I guess these results could be worse. Ah, another piece to the puzzle. That's some good news. These fluids will help bounce you back. Hey, Doc, I see a ton of meds. Can you tell me which one to administer? Say goodnight, parasites. Haven't seen any. Plus, the concerned citizen who trapped and brought Sherlock to the shelter said he hadn't noticed any vomiting or diarrhea, just a decreased appetite and a general ill look. He hasn't shown any signs of pain when I handle him. I should say not. Sherlock seems fairly lazy. He sleeps all day and doesn't move much.
Sherlock's low red blood cell count was a symptom of the disease called hemobartonella. Hemobartonella, also called mycoplasma, is caused by tiny blood parasites. If left untreated, the health problems due to anemia, such as difficulty breathing, could have killed Sherlock. While he'll still have the parasite in his blood, your antibiotics will ensure that he won't develop the disease again. I can't fault your diagnosis. Good job! You asked all the right questions. Good job! Your treatment of this case was wonderful, and I'm sure your patient appreciates it.
Aw, the poor thing is underweight. And here's the vitals. I suspected you'd figure it all out. Ouch, that looks painful. That was a great move. Excellent. Now we don't have to worry about infection. So far, so good. A clean wound heals faster. That'll help it heal. It's not too tight, it's just right. Do you see that? Houston, I think we have a problem. Meds time! Okay, which one do I give? I'm on it, Doc. Yup, she had a guinea pig friend in an adjacent cage. Sometimes, she and the guinea pig played together in an outside pen. She lived in a wire cage that wasn't cleaned regularly. The owner said he was just too busy to bother. Allegra got fed a commercial rabbit pellet diet and occasionally hay and vegetables.
Allegra had a condition called sore hocks. These wounds near the ankles or hocks are caused when a rabbit rubs its hind legs against a wire cage. The buildup from her dirty cage led to Allegra's infection, and the mites on her fur gave her even more grief. Allegra's infection might have spread to the bone, causing leg damage and perhaps death. Fortunately, the antibiotic you administered will take care of the infection, and the injection will get rid of those pesky mites. That's good news for us too, because those mites will attack humans. You have chosen the correct diagnosis for this patient. All your questions really hit the mark. You did an excellent job looking after that animal.
That looks pretty bad. That's good news. I've got a clear reading here. Is that high or low? I agree with you wholeheartedly. What does it all mean? Have you figured it all out yet? We have to rule out all potential issues. Now we know that's not the problem. I've never made a mistake with medications. Just tell me which ones to administer, and I'll do it. The patient is sedated, doctor. Sorry, but this has to be done. I love seeing a good doctor at work. That took skill. I'm impressed. Almost done. I don't want to make a mistake. Which medications should this patient get? This'll help you to get back to your old self. Yes, I think so. He keeps on pawing at his nose. It's fairly normal for a dog his size. Yes, he's had a nosebleed.
Sadly, Brock's got an advanced case of discoid lupus erythematosus, also known as DLE. Dogs with this immune disorder have telltale scabs and erosions on their nose. If treated early enough, the damage to the nose can be limited. In later stages, like with Brock, DLE can be very uncomfortable, leading to extreme facial deformity. Your medications will send Brock's DLE into remission. He should improve in a few days. I can't fault your diagnosis. Good job! All your questions really hit the mark. Your treatment of this case was perfect.
See? He looks healthy. See? Just like I told you. Yep, and that's a good thing. Requires less cleaning on my part. His back is a little tender. He still needs to be handled carefully. Yep, he's improving. He can stand and move around a bit.
Peter had vertebral fractures, which can result in permanent paralysis of the hind legs. Usually, rabbits in this situation are also unable to pass waste normally. Because of this, the rabbit needs to be kept clean to prevent urinary and fecal scalding. Thankfully, Peter responded well to anti-inflammatory and pain medications. Now he can join the other rabbits in the community housing center. Your diagnosis makes sense to me. You asked all the right questions. Good job! I'm very impressed by your treatment. I couldn't have done better myself.
I love seeing a good doctor at work. She looks like she has recovered. All clear. I haven't seen any signs of it. No, not at all. She's not aloof. She's friendly and loves to be pet. Yes, I even remembered not to feed her from an elevated bowl to help prevent another emergency onset of bloat.
Although Faith's bloat came on quickly and could have killed her in a day or two, the cure can be just as quick. As soon as you release the gas from her stomach using the centesis needle, she was on the road to recovery. Since she's healthy once more, she can join the other dogs in the community housing center. I can't fault your diagnosis. Good job! I'm pleased. You knew to ask all the right questions. You did an excellent job looking after that animal.
He is so lovable. I can tell how much he loves playing with you. Look how happy he is. He loves playing with you. The animals love playing with you. What a friendly pet. You've got the hang of it now. Look how happy he is. He loves playing with you. Look how happy he is. attention. I love how you lavish attention on the pets. With you around, we'll have happy and friendly pets in no time. It's important to have friendly and socialized animals. That's a step in the right direction. That shows progress. You're really good at training. Looks like progress to me. That's a step in the right direction. I love my job, even with the smell of wet fur. Great grooming! That coat really shines. Wow, what a great job you did. That fur looks fabulous. Good job! You really know how to care for animals. Good job! You really know how to care for animals. I love my job, even with the smell of wet fur. You're such a pro. I've never seen such a silky, clean coat. Oh, they're so cute when they're wet. Perfect! You really know how to groom an animal.
You're doing so well treating the animals that they're being adopted left and right. Now we can rescue more animals thanks to you. With all your hard work, you deserve a promotion. I just need to ask you a few questions, but don't worry, I'm sure you'll do great. I have to say that you didn't do a good job on the quiz. You did a superb job. After all you've done, I can think of no one better to take the role of Associate Director of Animal Services. Congratulations!